Yo, BK, what is Marvel Rivals' biggest problem? I think the biggest problem with Marvel Rivals is definitely the fact that it's running on UE5. Its biggest issue is that take into consideration that there are a lot of casual players playing Marvel Rivals, right? Specifically on PC, there's a lot of casual players. The problem with running on UE5 is that the performance demands of UE5, Unreal Engine 5, is so high and detailed. So like there's like visual graphics, like the lumen setting. You've probably seen it if you play a PC Marvel Rivals, which is like the dynamic global illumination settings, whatever the other nerdy stuff. It's very demanding on system resources, and it's just low-end software or low-end hardware really struggle running this new tech that UE5 has. Not only that, but if you look at the actual player models of the characters themselves on Marvel Rivals, they're very detailed, right? If you even look at like the skins, they have all these cool effects, and when you die there's these cool effects. All your, and when everyone presses Q, their ultimates, everything is happening all at once. If your PC's averaging 80 FPS, just not even in the actual gameplay itself, but when you're in like the spawn area, then when everyone presses Q, bro, you're gonna get like 20 FPS max. I actually don't know if this is true or not, but I have heard that there is some problems with the multiplayer network stability thing, where Unreal Engine 5's network replication system actually has some problems, like latency or synchronization and bandwidth issues. I actually don't know if that's true, but I think I've heard that from like a Reddit post or something. I mean, all that combined with like what I just said, combined with like the physics and the combat, it involves so much like intricate physical like movements and like the mechanics of the characters, wall destructions and like interacting with the environment and such. Unreal Engine 5's like physics can create these things, but they actually can be like very difficult for like balancing the FPS drops in them. Because if you see these structures, the effects when you destroy them, it like creates this like rippling effect and like actually causes some like visual like effects and like can slow down the processing power. Would you say Marvel Rivals is a CPU or GPU based game? I think both definitely matter, but if anything, it's definitely a CPU based game. Judging by the amount of things happening at the same time, it is, at least for me, I think it's a CPU based game. I don't know, those are just some of the potential problems or challenges that can come from developing this very high-end multiplayer game. It's very unfortunate that it has this many issues because it runs on Unreal Engine 5, because I actually think it looks really nice. The only problem is that, people with not solid hardware, or like not even not solid hardware, it's just like somewhat older hardware has a hard time even running over 100 FPS on this game, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, console players are I don't even know how console runs in this game. I actually have no knowledge, but even if console players are struggling, it's like, that is truly unfortunate. And obviously there's things like if you have more FPS, I've seen this issue where like you just get more impact, or you can deal out more damage or whatever if you have more FPS. So it's almost like a pay to win game, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure that the devs might be working on a solution. They've already added like the new off switch button or whatever for some of the graphics, so hopefully that gets implemented in more. And hopefully, I don't even think you can switch to like DirectX 11 or something on this game, just because it runs on UE5. I'm not that nerdy.